Cougars in LaBelle Edwards Stadium in Provo, Utah. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Baylor Bears, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the BYU Cougars. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. BYU ready to put a foot to it and get this game going. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Baylor's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, Dave.
It was not a good performance, and this offense has got to grow, it's got to get better, and they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Just those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won, and last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards, you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. The Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Using the quick game.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
From the gun on 3rd down. And the defense got him at the 27.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
And the Bears will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Takes it on the return. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. So BYU's offense will go to work for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it when the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Can't hang on to the ball. He had it right in his chest, and it'll be 4th down. Punt is on its way. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. The Bears headed quickly to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Under Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Touchdown, Baylor! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Finding breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. First down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hauls it in. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Cougars in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle, it's Smith. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. New set of downs after the completion. The play action fake.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. And the Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw again. Quick strike complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Cougars line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. The Cougars didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Back to pass on 2nd down. Out of the backfield, he's open. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. He makes a grab. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, BYU! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And I like the decision to go for it. I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, 4th and goal. They're going to power it in. Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch. Huge job and huge execution on 4th down.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. They marched 78 yards down the field. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16. And the Bears racing to the line in the hurry up. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Porter. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Cougar! The defense putting points on the board. That
Coach said there's a couple plays a game when you go back and you look and go, man, that changed the whole outcome. What an unbelievable play by the defense, not just to get the turnover, to score the points off of it.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Out of the gun to give to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Klopfenstein. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Shakes off the defender. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This definitely isn't the start they drew up. I mean, you already throw a pick six, now you get sacked. Man, they're going to have to find a way to settle this quarterback down, get something going offensively. So far, not a lot of positives to point to.
The Bears line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. But see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And this is how the wind can really affect a game. It's not just for kickers, but quarterbacks as well. And on that last throw, guys, it looked to me like he was throwing it into the wind, and that definitely affected the velocity of the throw. It also affected the accuracy, and that's what caused the interception.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Runs for the tackle. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Handoff to the lone back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the ground with the back. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. He splits the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. Army pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Veni, Vidi, Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's precisely what the Black Knights did. Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. And the Cougars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Got his man. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Well, the offense staying aggressive. They've had success all game long. They just came away with a big play, but finally give up a sack. If they can keep this quarterback standing up, though, they can extend their lead.
The Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Buckmeyer. Strong, firm tackle. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution.
Turning it on! Getting up close to midfield, gets it to the 48-yard line before being run out of bounds.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
The short hands, it's Williams. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that curl route.
And the Bears are on the move. The give out of the gun. Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Looking to fire. Caught near the sticks. It's Klopfenstein. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Working that left side now. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on 4th down. Looking for the score. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Makes the grab. It's Buckmeyer. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. On the ground, it's Russell. Finds some fresh air. And that is going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on 4th down. 4th and 7. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. The Cougars can really attack on this second and short. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
BYU with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his tight end. And that had all the makings of a bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the 1st? This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Cougars really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Pulls it in. It's Smith. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. Now up by 7 points here in the 2nd.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Right down the middle. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. Pick up a 5, they'll need 5 more on 3rd down. The Bears moving quickly to the line. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. That's caught. It's Kloffenstein. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a 1st down at the 38. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads it left. Complete downfield. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. Touchdown Bears! A great catch and run for 6.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the 1st half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the point after is good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. His drive will open from the 15. To the air on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Pittman.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
On the run, fires downfield. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Provo. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. And with that, let's send it back to our broadcast team inside LaVell Edwards Stadium.
And the Bears will kick it away to crank up the second half. Let's see what he can do with the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Starting this third quarter on the ground. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Off the bootleg and rolling out. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Quickly out to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. The Bears want to pick up the tempo. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
Really nice run there, picking up the 1st down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Caught over the middle. It's Klopfenstein. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. And the Bears getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Off-play action. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. The Bears have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Right on target the 1st time, now he'll try another from 24 yards out. And he missed it. No good. And here in the 3rd quarter, it is still a tie ball game.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now... There he goes! Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Leaves it with the back. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up. Inside 4 minutes to play here in the third. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the right. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Catch is made at the 15. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Send the tight end in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got it in the middle, it's Klopfenstein. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. And the Bears will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Looking for room, it's Russell. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss. Off the play fake. Rushes on him. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Looking down the middle. That's caught. It's Bachmeier. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Great place to start for this offense. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Baylor! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Louisville has the lead right now, but it's not like Lamar Jackson is under center out there today, which might explain why this one is so close. They're up by 10 over Florida State. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The give to the back. Spins away. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play. Creates a little room. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. BYU lines up quickly. It's a reverse. He's knocked down for a loss of 7. Offense gets set for second down. Now he's looking to throw it. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
It is so beautiful when I get you behind the sticks in guaranteed passing situations, because guess what? I don't have to fire off and play run. I'm going and getting the quarterback and getting him on the ground. That's what defensive linemen live for.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor, both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. They're looking for an advantage to the right. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Solid run on the last play gives this offense another 1st down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And his throw is incomplete. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Snagged out of the air.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The Bears will hustle to the line. Leaves it with the running back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll run it from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Looking to throw on third. He wants it all. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. Gets the back moving. To the air on second down. Throws to the tight end. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up fourth down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Going right to work up top. Catch in the middle. It's Kloffenstein. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Gets it out fast. The stop, the start, the juke, everything in the bag as he gets to the 29.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not.
And the quarterback will take a sack back in the 36.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It doesn't always have to be pretty, and that one wasn't, but somehow he hooked it just into that left corner. And that will extend their lead even further. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Finds his man. It's Buckmeyer. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
This offense is going to have to get more aggressive. Like, they can't take many more shots short down the field and not getting gained.
Oh, he's got some space. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Cougars in the hurry up.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Wants to keep it in the air. Fires to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Tight end now in motion. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Finds him out of the backfield. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. On fourth down, going to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. He's got a first down. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. BYU has this offense clicking. Off the play fake on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on second and long. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Not much there on the line. He gets one to the 31. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. No good. The missed field goal leaves us with a double-digit game, still sitting at 10. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon in kickball and field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. And the Bears send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll field the punt and take it back. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. He'll get this drive started from the 29. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Such great awareness along the sideline and the ability to get that foot down for the catch. Going to swing it on second down. Caught behind the line. It's Bachmeier. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's taking a deep shot. And that'll be incomplete as the pass is knocked away, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's see who it's on.
Hold.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Under fire! They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but...
You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more